Welcome in to the Fun Astrology Friday TGI Friday podcast on July 22nd, and we have Leo season today. Those of you in the United States will get, most of you, a good chunk of the day will still be Cancer season, but then we move into Leo. I've got it at 4:06 this afternoon where I am, and this Leo season is something that we need to talk about. Because more than just that Leos have some internal desire to make an expression to the world, and that they have a very caring and compassionate heart for reaching humankind. And, of course, not to forget, they make great actors and actresses, public speakers, orators, performers of any kind, that outward expression into the world. We have another issue at bay with Leo season that needs to be discussed. Because Mercury is already there, 6 degrees in, as of the time that the sun moves in. The sun moves in, Venus will get there in a couple of weeks as Mercury is moving out. So later in August, we will have the sun and Venus in Leo. And Leo is fire, and Leo squares Taurus. So over the scope of the next month, you're going to have Mercury, then the sun, then Venus, all squaring Mars, Uranus, and the North Node. And you have the very symbolism of the elements themselves. You have fire squaring Earth. Leo, ruled by the sun. So the sun comes home. We'll have to watch to see if the sun comes home to shine and radiate and glow, or from the tension of that aspect, led by Mars in Taurus, to scorch and to burn. You know, folks, this is one of those episodes that we just have to cross the bridge. If this is your first time, please give us another chance, because we are not a gloom and doom podcast, not by any means. Look at the moniker of this thing. It's Fun Astrology. We try to always find the positive, but we are not afraid to say what the chart says when it says from the shadow perspective. We don't dwell there, but the coin has two sides. So let me throw a few more logs on the fire. As the sun crosses the county line from Cancer into Leo, it will be opposite Pluto, death, rebirth, and transformation. Pluto also in an earth sign, scorched earth. Also, the sun will be in a trine with Neptune in Pisces. Now, that's a degree-based trine, not a sign-based trine, but we are within 7 degrees, so I'm allowing and saying that I think we have a definite connection between the sun and Neptune. The people that I've talked to over the last 2 weeks, 10 days, let's say, narrow time frame, have said that they are so tired of the lies and deceptions and not knowing what or who to believe anymore. Well, it's a trine, so the sun is going to shine on that deception and those lies and perhaps illuminate them, and maybe over the next month we'll see some truth come out. Let's grab a hold of that side of the aspect and hang on to it. Deal? I'm in. Are you? And to that end, this Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, if you're available, if you're not in our Facebook group, jump in our YouTube channel, Fun Astrology Podcast on YouTube, at 8 p.m. for our Healing Convergence, because we'll be sending this truth-filled, loving energy into the universe. The energy from that thing, folks, has been amazing. I mean, people are like they can't go to sleep after it's over. We're not trying to ruin your next workday. I'm just saying the energy is so strong and so powerful, and people are feeling it so much that we're impacted after it's over. So we'd love to have you join us. I am praying that one of the things that comes from this is some illumination as to who has been perpetuating all these lies. Let's go to the roots of it. Pluto, sitting right there. Pluto's death and transformation. Let's get rid of not only the lies and the deceptions, but those behind it. That could happen. All right, there's another. When the sun crosses the county line into Leo, it will be in conjunct Saturn. That one's wider, so I'm not going to dwell on it, but maybe karmic dues coming to be paid. I love how Robert Glasscock on Old Soul, New Soul Astrology Podcast puts it. You get to clip the coupons of your life, karmically, of what ground you've been laying over the last few years or season of your life. If you've been doing the work, open to the process, seeking your inner guidance through intuition and synchronicities, and you've been complying and not resisting to the process of soul growth, you have nothing to worry about. In fact, it's structural. You will be shining into the world, and you will have a foundation on which to build. If you've been resisting and lying and deceiving and thinking all of this stuff is hogwash and you're going to get away with it some more, well, we'll see. Leo's a pretty fiery fire sign ruled by the sun. Now, where do we have something we can lock onto here? Well, in just a week's time, the sun will be in a trine with Jupiter in Aries. This time a both degree and sign-based trine. So whatever the sun in Leo is going to be about, whatever business is at hand that it brought with it, will be expanded. And that's a trine, so it will be expanded in a positive direction. And in fact, that's going to be a very positive station because next Thursday, Jupiter stations to go retrograde, which even amplifies it more. And at that point, they'll only be about, 3 degrees apart. So you're going to have some really strong Jupiter influence there as well. And that happens 2 days after Uranus conjoins the North Node and 4 days before Mars conjoins Uranus. And that will happen in a sign-based square to the action going on in Leo. You know what I'm hoping for? Kind of what I'm sensing, or just this will be my prayer through this month, is that there is a cleansing. You know, I think of, like in financial astrology, Sun and Leo, gold. You want to trade gold? You look at the Sun and Leo positions. Gold is refined. Gold is pure. Let's hope that this transit has the idea of bringing a new dynamic of purity and clarity to our world. Wouldn't that be cool? So as we think of this aspect, let's think on our side of the fence. What we're going to be doing is thinking of gold and holding the space for the change to take place. I don't know. We'll see. I might eat my words in September, but I'm going to give it a try, and we'll see where it goes. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow with Merriman Letter. Have a wonderful TGI Friday.